Judges 4 and verse 4, the Bible says, Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, was leading Israel at that time. I want to talk about what I want to call the different leader. The different leader. You see, Deborah was a leader who led against the grain. And that is because the Bible says that at that time, the customs of those days never allowed a woman to be at the forefront. And Deborah knew that their tradition, their culture, never allowed any woman to lead or to be at the forefront. Deborah, even though nevertheless, the Bible says she rose against the tradition and she led Israel into victory. There are so many people that because of your tradition, because of your culture, because of what people speak about you or against you, because of people's opinion about you, there are people that have decided that they will do nothing because they do not want to go against the opinions of the people or the opinions of the society. But when Israel was in trouble, the Bible says that God went and chose Deborah. And Deborah, even though she knew she was just a woman and the culture at that time did not allow women to be in the forefront, she decided that I am going to be a different leader. I am not going to be like any other leader that Israel had had in the past. Because even though the society approves this kind of leadership, but look, this kind of leadership is not delivering anything. It is not rescuing. The people are still crying. And there are people today watching me who are filling positions in the church, in the companies, in the society that are doing absolutely nothing about the problems that people are going through. The only thing that they are enjoying is the title and every benefit that come with that position. But in the real sense, they are not doing anything to help the people that God has placed under them. And this is something that was happening during that time when Barak was a king of Israel, and the children of Israel were crying. They were crying for help. They were crying for somebody that could come and deliver them from the hands of the oppressors. But nothing was happening because he was busy enjoying himself, buying cars, buying houses, and doing all sorts of things that are not benefiting the children of Israel. And then Deborah, when God picked her, she said, I know the society will say nasty things about me. I know they will remind me of my past. I know they will talk about things that did not work in my life, about my marriage that did not work, about the relationship that I had that broke. So there were so many things that she could think of. But even though she decided that I will rise against the tradition and I will lead Israel into victory, because I know that men have not called me, society have not called me, my family have not called me. According to them, their standard would not qualify me to be in this position. But because God has called me, I will rise against the grain, against the tradition, against the culture, and I will lead Israel into victory. So the Bible says that there were so many odds against Deborah. But even though there were so many odds, God knew about those odds. Yet he went ahead and still chose Deborah to lead the children of Israel into the battle. She was anointed by God to lead Israel nevertheless. And I want you to know that as a leader, you might not be the kind of person the society expects. But God who calls and appoints has chosen you. Maybe you are watching me and you are in a leadership position where everybody thinks maybe you bribed to be there, or maybe that was favor from your bishop or from your pastor, or maybe that was a favor from your boss, or maybe that was a favor from whatever. They will even scandalize you and say nasty things because they feel in their heart that indeed this person does not fit this position. They think there is somebody that they have created in their mind that they feel is fit for that position. But even with that, God has still chosen you to be the one to lead, and there is so many obstacles, so many opposition that you're dealing with every day. But I want to say that the good thing about God is that he never conducts an opinion poll when he's making his appointment. If God was to make an opinion poll, so many people from your village would not have approved you. So many people from your circle of friends would not have approved you. They have somebody that they think is better placed to be in that position than you. Even your closest friends, they don't really think you deserve. Some of them feel like they are better placed to be in that position than you are. But I thank God. I thank God so much. Why? Because God does not hold an opinion poll. He does not conduct an opinion poll when it comes to appointing people that he wants to use. So when it was time to pick Deborah to lead Israel, God did not go to her village. He did not go to the elders in her village to conduct an opinion poll or even ask the elders in that community what the culture and the tradition of that community says about a woman leading. So I want you to understand that you may be watching me now and you may be feeling like you are disadvantaged in many ways. But God has chosen you and his hand is upon you. His hand is over your life, and that is enough. You may not have everything that somebody else has. You may not have what it takes according to the standard of people to be in that position, to lead, to worship, to be trending, to preach. But I am here to say God has chosen you anyway, and his hands is upon you, and that is enough. When God's hands is rested upon you, there is nothing else that you need. No approval from men, no thing to do with people's opinion about you. All that you need to understand to make sure that is on you is feel the hand of God upon you. Once the hand of God is upon you and he has chosen you to do what you are doing for his glory, don't be afraid. Don't even care about people's opinion, because he who has called you, he is faithful to walk with you to the end of your journey. You may be disadvantaged in terms of your age. When people look at you, they see a young person who cannot do anything. I am here to say that in God's hand is upon your life. It does not matter how old or how young you are. You may be feeling disadvantaged because of your look. You are not that beautiful according to the standard of the people. They are looking for people that maybe are brown or tall or short. But I'm here to say that whether you are short, whether you are dark, whether you are ugly, when the hand of God is upon your life, there is nothing that you cannot do. Maybe you feel disadvantaged because of your race. You are called to serve in a place where when you look at the people around you, they don't look like you. Maybe you're black, they are white. Maybe you are red and they're green. Whatever the race that they are, whatever gender, whether you are a woman, whether you are a lady, whether you are single, whether you are married, I want you to understand that what matters is the hand of God upon your life. When the hand of God is upon your life, that is enough, irrespective of your background. It does not matter your past or your history. If God believes in you, and you should have faith in yourself that God's hand is upon you, and because God's hand is upon you, you are more than able to fulfill the demands of God upon your life. Just like Deborah did, you are more than capable to fulfill the purposes of God in your life or for your life. Why? Because the hands of God are upon you. And I want to speak to somebody watching me now that it doesn't matter how disadvantaged you feel. It doesn't matter what people have told you you cannot achieve. It doesn't matter what people have reminded you of your past, the mistakes that have happened in your life, whether you have been divorced, whether you have been single, whether your business has failed, whether you've been pushed away from your church, whether you've been laid out out of your work, whether you do not have enough education, I am here to say that all that you need to seek today is to have the hands of God rest upon your life. When the hands of God is resting upon your life, everything, even mountains will move, even the waters will part ways. Why? Because the hands of God rest upon your life. And finally, brethren, I want you to understand, a leader is appointed and anointed, and he can never be disappointed.